CNI न्यूज़ और मैं हूं मोइन अहमद। नाजरीन, आज एक स्पेशल केस में हम एक डेविड पर्किंस के साथ हम बैठे हुए हैं और बात आज किसी खास टॉपिक पे करने जा रहे हैं। जिस तरह हम सब जानते हैं कि बरतानिया में फ्रॉड एक्टिविटीज़ जो हैं वो बहुत आम हो चुकी हैं और हर दूसरा शख्स जो है वो इस बारे में कंप्लेन कर रहा है कि हमारे साथ हमारे नाम पे या हमारे जो प्रॉपर्टी एड्रेस है उसको यूज़ करके लोग जो है फ्रॉड एक्टिविटीज़ कर रहे हैं। आज इसी केस के बारे में हम बात करने के लिए बैठे हैं, जिसमें एक जो मुतासरा शख्स जिसका नाम डेविड पर्किंस है, ये गवर्नमेंट से बेनिफिट्स ले रहे थे काउंसिल की जानिब से, लेकिन किसी शख्स जो कि किसी हाउसिंग कंपनी का नुमाइंदा है, उसने इनका नाम लेके किसी एक्स वाई जी एड्रेस पे बेनिफिट्स के लिए क्लेम किया, जिसकी वजह से बेनिफिट्स जो वो जिस प्रॉपर्टी पे क्लेम किए गए हैं, ना सिर्फ वो मुतासर हुए बल्कि जो डेविड पर्किंस हैं, इनके जो बेनिफिट्स थे वो भी मुतासर हो चुके हैं, जिसकी वजह से ये पिछले 3-4 महीने से इस घर में मौजूद हैं और गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से जो भी इनको पैसे मिलते थे वो नहीं मिल रहे। तो काफ़ी जगह पे इन्होंने कंप्लेन भी की है, बर्मिंघम सिटी काउंसिल के पास भी गए हैं, लेकिन इनकी केस पे सुनवाई नहीं हुई। तो फाइनली इन्होंने मीडिया से राब्ता किया और ये चाहते हैं कि इनकी जो हियरिंग है, जो इनका केस है, उसको सुना जाए और इस पे फौरी तौर पर अमल दरामद किया जाए, क्योंकि एक मुहज़्ज़ब शहरी होने के नाते इनका ये भी कहना है कि हम चाहते हैं कि बरतानिया में जो फ्रॉड एक्टिविटीज़ है उसका खात्मा किया जाए और लोगों को इंसाफ मिले। तो हम बात करते हैं। थैंक यू सो मच डेविड पर्किंस
Yep,
फॉर गिविंग अस द टाइम।
thank you.
So, would you please tell me the real situation which you've been through, and how do you react on that with when you talk with the authorities as a Birmingham City Council?
Right. Well, basically, what happened, because like I say, last year I went to the Maldives, and before I went to the Maldives, I was renting property, and it was number 48 Newcombe Road, and it was a housing association, and the name of the housing association was Concept Housing, and it was under RJ Housing as well, something because they're in connection. So it's
Okay.
like, so you always got like, how can I say? You've got the main company, and then you've got like the sister company, if you wish, if you know what I mean, that they operate. And what I've seen to understand from my own findings, if you wish, that the main companies seem to be registered in London,
Okay.
and then what do you call it? And then you got the other companies, then they're registered in Birmingham. And then I was renting, like I say, property at Newcombe Road, and then the guy that was in charge of the property, the manager, and I only know him as the name Jazz, and he's an Asian chap, and I know he's got a glass eye, shall we say, so he's very distinctive. I remember that sort of thing.
Okay.
And he put, sorry, I went to the Maldives after that. I was only in the Maldives for 3 months, unfortunately, but I came back to Birmingham, and I was sofa surfing for the first 2 weeks, and then I managed to get another property sorted. And then of recently, it was brought to my attention, like last month, that my housing benefit been stopped since January. And then what do you call it? He'd put a false claim. The previous manager put a false claim in on my behalf, and he falsified my signature, saying that I was living at the address on
The
this
address.
paper here, which is 154 Green Hill Road.
Okay.
And I've never seen that property, let alone actually lived in it. I mean, so yes, it's a fraudulent thing, and I'm not being funny. I wouldn't say I hit the panic button, but it's a case of like I knew I wasn't the guilty party. But not only I want to put this at rest, because I mean at the end of the day I know I'm not the only victim of fraud. I'm fully aware of that. But there's too many people that are doing this to people, and it's a case of like there's people that are more vulnerable, the elderly, children, people with disabilities or disabled and stuff like that, and they're getting fleeced left, right, and
So
centre.
when you speak to Birmingham City Council, what do they say? Do they cooperate, or did they give you some assurances that we will perform on it?
I wouldn't say they gave me assurance, to be honest with you. I wouldn't say that was the case. But at the end of the day, they agreed with me I did the right thing by reporting it. And I reported it to the feds, obviously. I went to the police, and they told me to go to Action Fraud, which I did.
Okay.
And I've got most of it's, I've got a combination of evidence between, like, shall we say, verbal, paper, and emails on my phone.
So till that time, did you
Go
got any updates on it from the council, from the police, or for your fraudulent activities?
Only what I've showed you.
That's the only thing, and it's
Yeah.
in the 16th of April. The last update was,
Yeah,
and since that time, so
nothing.
you are losing faith on the system. Is it?
Absolutely. I've got no faith in the system at all.
Okay.
I think it's a disgrace to the human race.
Right.
unfortunately, I've been a victim of injustice a few times now, if you know what I mean, unfortunately. And I'm trying to put, I believe in if you've done wrong to somebody, right, that person who's done wrong should pay the price, not the victim, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
And what do you call it? I've been a victim of injustice so many times now because I remember when I first came to Birmingham, I brought my whole life from, because I'm from Wales, Anglesey, North Wales, and I'm from a very small town called Amlwch, and I am proud to be Welsh, if you know what I mean. Which is, I've got the Welsh tattoo on my hand. You know what I mean? And then what do you call it? Um, so I moved all my stuff over, and I had very expensive equipment, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Because I'm also an IT technician by trade as well, you see. And shall we say, I had thousands of pounds worth of stuff stolen, living in these HMOs and stuff, and I've been threatened by machetes, you name it. I've been threatened with all kinds of stuff, and you couldn't shake a stick at it, if you know what I mean. And I tell you what, yeah, I've even said to the local authorities, because I'm an open-minded speaking person, and I do call a spade, and
So
I speak my
do you
mind.
think that this is a problem in Birmingham or it's in the whole country? So were you happy when you live in
Anglesey.
Wales? Yeah.
No, it's a very rural, deprived area. I mean, I've got my friends there, I've got my family there. I'm proud to be Welsh, of course. And do siarad bob gair y Cymraeg. That means I speak every Welsh, every word of Welsh. You know what I mean, so it's like I am proud to be Welsh. You know what I mean, you don't forget your heritage. But at the end of the day, no, it's not for me. I mean, I prefer living in the multicultural environment.
Okay.
And it's like most of my friends around here are like, I'm not being funny, is the Asian community.
Okay.
So I've made some good friends here, and it's my friends that have really helped me out, to be honest with you. But at the end of the day, I'm a very strong-minded and strong-willed person as well, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But I've had my moments where I've broke down as well. I'm not a coward to admit that, because at the end of the day, I'm a person. I've got a conscience, I've got a heart, and there's only so much you can take. And when the computer says too much, you break down, if you know what I mean.
Okay, that's right.
But I meant what I said before, and I know people. I'm not alone in this department, but it's important that people, and I swear to God, I mean, if you don't mind me saying that you're not alone out there, and I am here to listen and to help if I can help others as well. I really mean that sincerely.
So as a news agency, we will try to, circulate your message. Maybe it will have some good on you. So, do you need to say anything? Do you have any message to the people of the victims or to the authorities, because you've been listened at the moment?
Well, I think the message I want to get across is, I mean, at the end of the day, I can only speak from my own experience here, if you know what I mean. I mean, at the end of the day, you're not alone, if you know what I mean. You're not alone, right? Don't be afraid to speak up. Speak up about the truth, because if people don't speak up about the truth, things like this will continue and continue, and people get away with it. And if people want to contact me and ask me for help and advice, I'm also here to help people as well. I'm not a selfish person.
Thank you so much, David, for your time and your courage that you've shown to speak up and spread your message to the other victims who are not able to speak. And we'll try our best to, circulate your message to the authorities or to the people who might be, they will have some motivation from you. So that's all for now. Thank you so much for your time. और नाजरीन, इनके पास सारे डॉक्यूमेंट्स मौजूद हैं जिसमें इन्होंने अपने काउंसिल से जो रब्ता किया, वो जो इनके बेनिफिट्स रुके गए हैं, वो तमाम चीज़ें इनके पास मौजूद हैं। और इनका ये कहना है कि मैं बाय प्रोफेशन एक टीचर हूँ और टीचर होने के नाते मैं एक रिस्पॉन्सिबल सिटीजन भी हूँ, लेकिन उसके बावजूद जो है ये सिस्टम से इनका एतमाद उठ चुका है और ये चाहते हैं कि कुछ ऐसा किया जाए कि ना सिर्फ इन जैसे बल्कि इन जैसे वो तमाम लोग जो कि इस वक्त विक्टिम हो चुके हैं या जो अभी तक बोले नहीं हैं, उन सबको भी करेज मिले कि वो भी आवाज़ उठाएं और जो सिस्टमेटिकली एरर्स हैं, जो लोग फ्रॉड एक्टिविटीज़ कर रहे हैं, उनको एक्सपोज किया जाए। और ताकि जो एक आम शहरी जो कि एक रिस्पॉन्सिबल पर्सन के तौर पे अपने टैक्सेस भी पे कर रहा है, वो अच्छे एक तरीके से रह भी रहा है, तो वो उसका जो लिविंग स्टाइल है वो इफ़ेक्ट ना हो। तो अब के लिए इतना ही। मज़ीद कुछ स्टोरीज़ हमारे साथ जो आएँगी उस पे हम आपको मज़ीद अपडेट भी करेंगे। तब तक के लिए इजाज़त दीजिए, अपना ख्याल रखिए।